Hello everybody, this is Exo. We are starting a new series in the Orphanlegacy channel. We will be playing survival Minecraft. This is a multiplayer server called A Scoop of Vanilla. I've been playing in this server since last month, so it's been about like 20-25 days. What we will be doing today is I will show you guys around my base, so in future episodes you can see where I am and what I'm doing, so you can recognize the place basically. So here we go. Welcome to my humble abode. This is my base. Before getting this started, I had a couple things in mind, such as where I want to put this and what do I want to use. I had a flat place in mind, such as a swamp, because it's extremely easy to get like a couple dirts in these places and flatten it out, because they're usually one deep, other than a couple patches right there, and right there. So it was super easy to flatten out. And I had a block combination in mind, that combination being stone bricks, sandstone, snow and water. A lot of people actually think this is quartz, but quartz of course would be extremely expensive. And there's a statue of me right over there. Hi me. And we're going to continue going to the entrance. This is the entrance. As I said, it's still incomplete. I'm still working on it, so I need a roof, a second floor in here, some decoration on the wall, maybe some glass, maybe, I don't know, because this place needs to be a little darker than the rest of the base. This is purely for decoration. I call this place the Wastelands. I was initially going to do this to the entire biome, but just this bit took so long, so I just gave up on the idea. Next to it is my super smelter. This is probably the place that I visit the most in my base, because I usually smelt up glasses, cobblestone, some ores to get like iron ingot and such, or gold ingot. And this is basically 6 times faster than a normal smelter, because what it does is it has a Minecraft hopper inside, and it distributes the items that you put in equally amongst these 6 smelters, so it's 6 times faster technically. And another advantage of this is you can put just fuel in this chest and it would be just distributed again, and you can put all your inputs in here. It doesn't have to be in order, or it doesn't have to be one type, so you can basically put cobblestone in, you can put sand in, you can put various different types of ores in, and you could just walk away, and later you would take them from here. They would end up in this output chest. Next to it is my cactus farm. This relies on the principle of cacti growing, so right next to it shouldn't be any blocks, but since there are blocks right in between cacti, when it grows, right before it reaches the full potential, it just breaks and falls into these water streams, later end up in these hoppers, picked up by the hoppers and put into these chests, so I can use them to get some dye or like stuff like that, which we will come to in a second. And again, this is purely decorative. I call this the jack-o'-lantern tree. It's just a tree that I built by hand. These are oak wood, and if only the greens would be any better, but since we're in a swamp, it looks like this, so I just didn't overdo it. Moving on, we have my mascot here. This is Bob. Say hi. It's a very funny story actually. One day when I was new in the server, I was like 2-3 days old in here, and like 90% of this was not here. A person, now we're friends, have visited me to see my progress, and has pointed in a direction and said, "Who's that?" And I just looked it up. There was a random chicken, and I just jokingly said, "That's Bob." And overnight, when I was asleep, he just captured a chicken. I don't know if that's the same chicken or just random chicken, and he named it Bob, so he's there. I'm just glad he used the same type of stuff that I used, otherwise I would just tear it down and he probably would have skipped me, and I would have just killed my mascot. That wouldn't be nice, would it? Over here we have the Slipgator Woolivator. This is designed by Slipgator, a famous YouTuber. It's basically a way of getting up and down easily. This leads into my mine shaft, and when I drop down here, I don't die of a fall damage, because the water patch here just breaks the entire fall damage. And this is my branch mines basically. I get all my diamonds and ores and such in here, but I like left some of these behind for emergencies, I guess. And the way to get up is to stand on this pressure plate, and what it does is dispenses a minecart, but it unpowers the power rail, so it doesn't go off without you. So to power it, you need to get off the pressure plate, and you do that by clicking on the minecart. So that powers the power rail and sends you out. So you can go up easily. And when you reach up, this minecart will hit a cactus and will be picked up by the hoppers and get dispensed by this dispenser. You just saw that. And it gets into a bunch of hoppers again and into the original dispenser. So it's a full cycle of the minecart. And over here is my storage unit with a water slide that we will come to in a second. This is an idea of the same guy that captured Bob, by the way. What I have here is the storage unit for every single item that I usually use or tend to have. And what I did is I have two double chests right next to each other, right on top of each other, I'm sorry, for the same item. But in case of dirt, since I, get so much dirt, I used 4 double chests, and it has been all marked for easy access. Also, what I did is I put every items in a single line like this, so you cannot right click these and put them in. You can literally just put lapis lazuli and only lapis ore in here, so it doesn't get mixed up. And I have a general needs area in here, my anvil for repairs, my crafting bench, a little bit of an end chest, a couple brewery because I got a little crazy with the magma creams and fire resistance, and my nether wart farm which I need to harvest. And let's go have a look at the water slide, shall we? So this is my water slide on top of my staircase. This actually is going to be a second floor. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this yet. I was going to have a second storage unit in here, but this, like you can see, half of it is already empty. I need to fill those in. Then if I need it, I maybe have like 1/3 of this up here in this wall, but currently there's no such plan. And I have a lot of boat in here for visitors, and what you do is you just get on top of this chest, if I can, put the boat in, get in it, and you don't need to push any buttons, and you just go down in style. Yeah. And I broke it. They are so fragile. They get broken so easily. And over to this door, it's my industrial area. Now, fair warning, my frame rates can get down because this place is basically piston, redstone, all sorts of entities, farms, and there you go. As I said, the frame rates are going crazy. And this place is just what I haven't decorated yet, basically. I need to decorate this whole entire place, make it look nice maybe, and just, my idea was, for example, there's a cow farm and you see this floating platform. I'm gonna have a couple more of these platforms on top of each other, and I'm gonna encase it in a 24 by 24 by 24 cow face, a gigantic cow face, a pixel art. I'm gonna do the same with a sheep here, a pig right there, and a smaller face of a bunny right there. And you can see my mighty mob spawner getting rendered. This is basically a general mob spawner, and it produces around about 13,000 drops an hour when I'm alone in the server. But when I have people, of course, the entity cap is like being divided, so it doesn't produce as much. You can see a zombie bobbing about to fall down. Goodbye, zombie. It was nice knowing you. There he goes. So how this works is there's a hopper timer right there that connects into those monostable circuits. That monostable circuit, every 30 seconds or so, because of this timer, sends a pulse onto this tower of redstone torches, and it powers all these dispensers. These dispensers have water buckets in it, so inside this it's completely pitch black, and mobs of course spawn in dark areas. So when the water gets dispensed, they get flushed out into this water stream and down into the killing chamber. This is basically a bunch of hoppers, and like it carries all the items into a dropper. Later it gets rapid fired into water stream to my base. And over here, if it gets rendered actually, I have a overworld, you might not be able to see it because of the clouds, gold farm. This is basically 9 maximum size portals in a portal frame. I need to actually go up there, I guess, to see it. And it produces around about 3 blocks of gold an hour, and it's an AFK based farm, so if you stay up there it creates that, but if you're not up there it doesn't do anything, so it doesn't cause any lags on the server. And the principle of this is quite easy. The size of the portal affects the spawn rates of the zombie pigmen, and a player needs to be 32 blocks within the portal, the swirly bits, the portal blocks. And since the FK area is right in the center of it, it keeps spawning zombie pigmen, and they again die from fall damage. And again, the same thing, I have a hopper platform right below. They kill the zombie pigmen and collect all those items. You can see the zombie pigmen already spawning. I don't know if I will stay here long enough to see them fall into the water streams right there, but that's what they do. Basically, you trick them to think that in between these 2 obsidian blocks there's a full block by using these trapdoors, and they think they're walking on a full block, but they don't, so they just fall down. Hi Bob! Those of you who are observant can see my EXP. I now have 7 levels because you know the trick to detach from the ladder going down for a while to then attach back to get down faster. While I was trying to do that, I died from fall damage. Ugh. How noob of me. Anyway, back to the statue of my skin. I still need to fill that in. I needed more lapis at the time. There is a farm, general crops farm, that I haven't shown you guys. I should maybe get into detail with that. Basically what this is a 480 9x9 surfaces of tilled soil, so you can plant stuff on it, and these are dispensers. Again, these have water in it, so when I press this button, that water gets dispensed and they all end up on the ground and harvest crops. So you push it again, the water gets retracted, and you just run along, gather all the crops and replant by hand again. So it's very easy and handy, if that's the correct word to use. And this is the last place in my base, and this is where I'm working on currently. This is basically going to be a fancy corridor that I have stuff like this all around, and it's going to have the underground bit of my base, the entrance of my underground bit basically. And this is still under construction. As you can see, this is going to be a trading center, and I will have all the villages and all the good trades marked out like that. But I'm going to have a redstone contraption behind this. So what is going to happen is that water stream is connected to an infinite villager operator. It's going to have that water stream continued on the roof, and if there is an empty spot, automatically from here a villager will drop down into the slot. I will check his trades. If I don't like it, I'm going to press a button, and that guy will drop down into another water stream later to be carried to a killing chamber, so I can get good trades from the villages. So I've shown you guys the entirety of my base. Thanks for watching. You guys can follow us on Twitter, and we have an official website. The links to those will be down in the description below. Thanks for watching. This has been Exo, and I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hi Bob.